of Love Island All Stars. So it's one of my guilty pleasures. Love Island All Stars. I kind of see it as meditation because it's such crap TV that you can kind of just empty your mind when you watch it. You can kind of just sit there and forget about your bills, forget about rent, forget about the awful weather in England, forget about Trump, forget about everything that's going on, basically. You can just sort of empty your mind and like a monk in sort of deep meditation, just really think about absolutely nothing. Like, how difficult is it to think about nothing? It's really, really hard. Like, you have to train many, many years in meditation to be able to do that, sort of empty your mind. I just watch Love Island. That's my trick. Watch Love Island All Stars because it's just sort of nonsense bullshit that means absolutely nothing. And for some reason, my eyes can look at the screen. I can somehow stop thinking and I absorb it all. And the drama in it is enough for me to like think about it later on when I've come back to my senses. And yeah, I've got a couple of things to say. So Ekin-Su and Curtis, I think they came third. They were great. They're a really fun couple to watch throughout the whole series. I will say Ekin-Su is a telenovela. She's a telenovela, guys. She feels like she's trying to put on a show that the audience at home would like. There's that one scene that I don't think I'll ever forget it, where they're having this argument. And it's like, how, like, you said we were closed off, and then you've gone and like chosen this girl, and you're gonna couple up with this girl, and you said we were closed off. This huge argument back and forth. She even like threw a drink at him at one point, and they're having this argument. And then she goes, I just want to speak to my mum. And he goes, yeah, me too. I cut my mum off at one point. And she looks at him and kisses him. And she thought it was giving... You get the sense that she thought it was giving this, oh, Curtis, even though we're arguing, we're still perfect for each other. She thought it was giving this kind of dramatic moment. But it wasn't. It just gave random fucking, what the fuck was that? That everybody in the UK just went, what? What? Why did they just start kissing? Where did that come from? She thought it was giving, oh, look at us. We both love our mum. We're perfect for each other. As if that's the requirement, right? That you love your mum. Insane, crazy. She is such a... she's such a... When she was with Davide, it really gave spice because he gave it back. Like, when she shouted, he shouted. When he shouted, she shouted. And he was, you're a fucking actress. Get the fuck out. He was just great. But Curtis wants to keep the peace. And he's just very much like, let's talk about this now. Let's just really get this sorted. And he's just, he's not giving back the energy that she needs for her personality to shine. So her personality didn't shine very much until it got to the point where she had to defend Curtis with Elma. And the real Ekin-Su was allowed to be set free, and Elma had to sort of argue with her. And it was just this, like, that's the real Ekin-Su. She needs this, like, sort of combat sort of partner in crime. She needs to be able to fight someone. And that was really great to watch. So yeah, Ekin-Su, weird thing. Grace and Luca, I think they came second. An odd couple, honestly, I have to say. Really does feel like Luca is terrified of her and is so scared of upsetting her. And, she's a very, very beautiful woman. She's a very strong woman. So she's very much like... I loved the argument that she had with him where it's like, do you want me to hold your hand while you go like cut things off with this other girl? Do you want me to like walk over there with you and hold your hand? Like, that was great. She really stood up for herself. But yeah, I'm not sure about them as a couple. Like, I feel a little bit like maybe that's not the man for Grace. I feel like Grace, as much as she, I guess, likes probably having a guy that she can basically control. I think in the end, she needs a guy who can give it back a little bit as well. Because equality is an important thing in a relationship. You don't want to have a partner that just cowers and does everything you say. Like, it might seem nice, but in the end, you kind of want that. You want someone who you can look up to as well as they look up to you. You know? You need like mutual respect there. So, yeah, I don't know about them. The winners, Gabby and Casey, boring. I honestly thought kind of boring, like plain sailing, and that's fine. I guess, why not? Like, why not they win? Because they were just sort of this plain sailing, relatively boring. For some reason, Gabby was trying to make it out that Grace was their giant sort of obstacle to overcome, but the series never gave that at all. But she kept saying like, yeah, obviously our big sort of our big test was Grace, but it was like, well, I was at home, we didn't see any test whatsoever. That was nothing, in my opinion. But in the end, I have to say, the couple that should have been in the final, but were voted out in the semi-final, was Ronnie and Ronnie's couple. What the hell was her name? Why have I forgotten her name? Anyway, it's really about the redemption of Ronnie, because he was one of the most hated people in his season. And he came back onto this season and he was still messy Ronnie until his ex came into the villa and he realized that he loved her. And then the redemption began. And it was like, it was crazy to see this new Ronnie just dote and love and do everything he could to win back his ex. I just thought the redemption arc for him was great. And he stood up for her when he needed to. He didn't really give a shit about anybody else in that villa apart from her. And it was like, that's nice to see. Because it's all kind of fake, right? It's all kind of silliness and fakeness. And I'm not saying it's fake as in the producers are telling them what to say. I believe they say whatever they want to say. But it's all sort of like, I believe a little bit that it's like, would they have half of these conversations in the real world? Or is the other producers being like, hey, we need content. Grace, can you go speak to Luca? And they're allowed to speak about what they want, but can you go do that now? Like, and then they've got to have these conversations. And again, that's fine. It's TV. I understand what it is. But with Ronnie, I kind of really did feel like he was like, I don't really care what the producers tell me. I'm going to do what I want to do. And what I want to do right now is win back my ex. And that's it. I don't give a shit about anybody else. And it was great to watch. And by the end, I really loved him. I thought him and his ex kind of deserved to win. They were just great TV to watch. The redemption arc. Who doesn't love a great redemption? So that's what I've got for Love Island All Stars. Bullshit TV, but I just love it. I just consume it. I love it. I speak about it with my housemate and my sisters, and yeah, it's just one of my guilty pleasures. Hey, am I allowed a guilty pleasure? Can I just have one guilty pleasure in this world? That's it. That's all I want. Love Island.